Greetings and welcome to Mount Olympus. I am Hercules Invictus, and today we have on Mount Olympus Presents, we have Paul's Pop Culture Podcast. Greetings, Paul. How are you?
Greetings there, Hercules. Tonight's going to be an exciting show because we got a special guest on this panel. But I just want to let everybody know you can talk about any movies you want to talk about, any TV shows, any books, any comic books, anything pop culture. And if you want to make comments, you have some questions to ask, just pop right on in. Don't don't wait, sit there and go, well, Paul's not calling on me. Just go for it. Um, um, I want everybody, since we have a new person on the panel, I want everybody to introduce themselves. So I'll start off with Michael Koff, who you can see is at the San Diego International Comic Con.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you for that wonderful letting everybody know where I was, trying to stay incognito. My name is Michael Koff, and I am an avid fan of the DC Marvel comics, and I love the intricate stories and the mythology and everything that's within it. And so I am excited for tonight to see and hear all about the DC comics and learn some stuff about the comics that may not know. And I normally don't do homework for shows, but I actually did homework for this show. So
Oh, wow.
there you go, Paul.
Okay, thank you so much there, Michael Koff. Okay, next one, Hercules Invictus. And this is a Hercules Invictus production in case you don't know. Hercules, tell us who you are.
Hercules Invictus, and I am, as Paul said, the producer of this and other strange programs. I'm an author, I'm an explorer, I'm a teacher, I'm a lecturer, I'm a mythical personage, and I'm very actively engaged in the world around me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Sue, tell us who
Hey,
you are.
hey, I'm Sue McClure. I'm operating out in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a meditation specialist. My job is to kind of be there for people and talk to people, whatever ails them, and I help them through meditation. Whatever they need. Sometimes people contact me when they just need to talk. I operate during the night hours, so a lot of times anywhere between 1 o'clock, 11 a.m. to all the way to 4 a.m. in the morning the next day. So I work the night shift.
Thank you very much. Steve Ward.
Steve Ward. You can find me on Facebook. I I'm a displaced Michigander living in West by God, Virginia, in Point Pleasant, home of the Mothman. I work at the Mothman Museum on weekends. I do a lot of sort of Mothman 101 podcasts. I'm working up to the Mothman Festival coming up the 19th and 20th of September. I'm very involved with that. I'm emceeing, speaking, setting up creatures in the TNT area for the Mothman Hayride.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Michael K. Waterman. Michael K. Waterman. What happened to him? Oh, there. Michael, you're on mute.
I was mutant. Oh my goodness. I am Michael K. Waterman. I am an expatriate native New Yorker who now lives in Savannah, Georgia. I am a hereditary witch. I am the high priest of the Pernateru temples. I write for Today's Witch magazine, today'switch.net. And I am also a paranormalist, as many of you others are. And I'm a very big fan of Stan Lee. So, and I was a collector of certain comics. My favorite one was Spider Man, and
Okay.
also and the Green Lantern.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you so much, there, Michael. And our special guest tonight on this panel is Fabio Marquez. Fabio, um, I I just got to throw this out there real quick. Um, I watch a lot of Marvel movies. I watch a lot of DC movies, and I've noticed that on the DC side of it, there's a lot of flops and bombs. Catwoman 2004, The Flash 2023, Catwoman Halle Berry. She even got a Razzie Award, and she was proud of it. Jonah Hex 2010, Green Lantern 2011. Ryan always makes fun of that movie. Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. I think he thought that Black Adam was going to take over for Superman, and it didn't work out that way. Supergirl, well, Batgirl, not even shown. They filmed the whole thing and they didn't even show it. Supergirl, totally bombed. So, what's going on the movie side of DC?
Well, the question is for me.
Yes.
Recently I was everybody. My name is Fabio Marques. I'm here in São Paulo, Brazil, in South America. I'm a Superman collector and comic book historian, or Superman is more particularly, but most of the comics in the DC and of course Marvel. I'm a huge fan of Jack Kirby. So
Yeah.
what I can say is that recently I was in a podcast and somebody asked me this here in Brazil, and somebody asked me the same question. There is two things that I think that's important is that Marvel always had that Kevin Feige guy, the producer, who puts the whole thing together and guarantee that the whole thing is a big cohesive universe. The other point that DC brought James Gunn recently to that, maybe this will make an impact. I don't know. We had Superman, we had already Supergirl. Superman was a big hit last year, not so big as they expect. Supergirl was not that big, and this week, Sunday, we had a new TV show for DC, Lanterns. I don't know if everybody saw. I like it. It's good. It remembers the comics from Neil Adams and Daniel New in the 70s. But the other point that I said in the podcast here in Brazil is that the big difference was that Marvel in the comics in the past had two guys that create everything, most of everything together was Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Okay, Steve Ditko was there for Spider-Man, but everything was in New York. It was a universe since the first day. And DC is a pack of different heroes from different creators. So we have Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster for Superman, Bruce Wayne and Bill Finger and Bob Kane for Bruce Wayne and Batman, and different guys create everything separated, and then it became in the sixth universe. So I don't think DC will ever work as a big cohesive thing. So that's what I think. I don't know if you guys agree on that, but that's what I think is the reason that DC also there is the what I said about Kevin Feige on Marvel. He's a super great producer, so they don't have that in Warner or DC, so that's the point.
I think you raise a good point there because Marvel is intertwining their movies. So it's like you are feeling like this is a universe and everything is connected. So you need to see this movie to understand this movie to understand this. And it seemed like DC was late to the party with that with Justice League, but then they started changing characters. And I think that lost people too, as they were like, I like this guy. Oh, well, he's no longer in the role. Oh, well, do I want to watch this now? And so, do you feel like that plays a part in it too? That DC constantly is recasting
Yeah,
roles?
yeah, rebooting, requesting, right? And that's maybe the problem is that they don't have all the preparation to guarantee that, for example, an actor. I see that they are doing now to get an actor young, very young, to be able to do a series of films. And for example, the guy who is doing the Spider-Man, they got him really, really early. So he's really young. So he'll be able to do 6, 7 films. So that's because a film takes a lot of time to prepare, right?
Well, I think I agree with you. And Peter Parker was supposed to be a high school student originally.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
By the way, what part of Brazil are you from?
I'm in São Paulo, the
Ah,
biggest
my
city in
favorite.
Brazil.
That is my absolutely
Yeah,
favorite part of Brazil. Absolutely. I did a lot of fashion shows there years ago.
yeah. Oh,
It's the fashion
great.
capital of Brazil, and I love it. Good,
Yeah,
thank you. I'm
it,
happy.
it's
Yeah,
very hot today here in São
yeah.
Paulo.
It
Well,
But
was
I think a lot of
55
Here
times when
too.
they did,
centigrade.
I think a lot of times when they do reboots and stuff like that, it's kind of that old phrase where expression is when they say, "Don't fix what isn't broken," and they're just making it more broken, and it's like they're messing it up. Sometimes it feels like the people that are put in charge of these are not really fans. Maybe they're given stacks of introductions and summaries of it and stuff like that, but they didn't incorporate it in their childhood, their lives, and stuff like that. So it's almost like, I don't know, I feel like this is just my opinion. I feel like a lot of unqualified people have been taking the steering wheel. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you. That's how Halle Berry ended up being Catwoman. I'm a Julie Newmar fan, so that was like, yeah, terrible.
Well, to go
Yeah.
along with something Michael said, when pulling everything together, I think Marvel started this where you wait through if you waited through all the credits, you'd get kind of a teaser at the end to kind of
Right.
foreshadow something that's coming up in another movie.
Hmm.
Pardon me. And you're sitting there, me anyway, desperately having to go to the bathroom, but knowing if I wait, it's going to be a payoff. And so that was very cool. And it was, and they're still doing that. So I really appreciate that. It's fun.
Yeah. And Fabio, I'm curious, with Supergirl,
Please.
we look at Superman, we've been raised, he's Kryptonian. Alcohol doesn't affect him. Supergirl, they're talking about how she's getting drunk, and she has Superman's dog Crypto. Do you
yeah,
think that
yeah,
could
well,
play into why her movie
yeah,
flopped so bad?
yeah. There is two things about the film, the Supergirl film. One thing, I'm getting a comic here. The film was supposed to be based on this comic book, the
Yeah.
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And the story was really close to that because on this she goes to another planet to get drunk on a red sun where she loses all her power to be able to get drunk. In the comic she's I think 19. In the movie she's 23.
Mm.
But that's the just one point that is similar. This book is very nice. It was awarded. The art is superb. Is brilliantly drawn by a person that I know because she is Brazilian. The artist who did that is a Brazilian
Mm.
artist. The writer is Tom King, a very famous comic book writing
Yeah.
today. And the story is really nice in the comic. The bad thing that, for example, I did before watching the film was in the same day I reread that and went to the movie. And the
Yeah.
movie was not what I was expecting. It was really, really different. Was really, really I think punk rock would be the word. So there is nothing punk rock in this art, if you can see. It's very delicate art done by a
It looks like a
woman.
classic comic. I like that.
Yes, yes. And the film it was punk rock because James Gunn, I think, have this style on him. You just see Guardians of the Galaxy that I loved, but it does not should be on Supergirl. Shouldn't be on a film about two teenage girls trying to rescue a dog. The Crypto is there, but here Crypto is Superman's dog. So they change something, and then when they change, it's something broken. So that's difficult to do. And they knew. I think they knew when they do that it's broken because they didn't put too much money in marketing for Supergirl.
I think they did that for the marketing so that Supergirl doll could have a dog. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
all the action figures had like a dog or a robot or something on the side, and I think that's where that came from. It didn't work in the movie though, and Crypto was a better actor.
When
Fabio,
they threw,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
oh,
Paul.
just real quick, just when they threw Crypto in there, me being a dog lover, oh my God, it broke my heart. It's just like I didn't want to see Crypto hurt. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, and thank you. Um, well, I actually think a lot of times they aren't hardcoring the original stories though. Like, I noticed that there was like Stargirl. I love watching Stargirl. I was huge on The Flash and stuff like that. And Black Lightning. I was into all of those shows. I'm sad that I think The Flash they kind of saw it through for the most part. Stargirls they cut off too short, and Black Lightning they kind of somewhat saw, but they soft-cored the characters and kind of change them around. Like, I don't know it. I don't know if I was Stanley, I would think it was somewhat of an insult when they take. It's almost like taking your grand recipe and changing it when it was already fine, or something like that, or or they're afraid to put certain elements out about the characters, and then they pull it back and not put it out like on the shows or the movies and things like that because maybe they're afraid of how the audience will react to it or something like that. And it's like they won't give it a chance because a lot of people are such huge fans that they're looking for certain things when they watch any specific TV shows or movies. And when they get disappointed because they don't, explain it or talk about it or show elements that are there.
Yeah, I like the Arrowverse too. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
Yeah.
comic book universes, and that was very coherent. It had everything together very well. I liked even their version of Supergirl, which a lot of people said was kind of like a female Clark Kent. But I loved what they did with it, and I have mostly all the seasons of the Arrowverse.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Also,
That Supergirl was so close to the Helen Slater. It's like you could see the two of them. Okay, yes, this is a younger version of her. Okay, yeah. But the new one, it's like, who are you? It's like you don't relate to any of them.
Well, you know how I look at that, Michael? They're variants, just like in the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
They
the
talk about
Loki.
the different Lokis. All those are variants, and DC just copied it. And you have variants of Flash, variants of Superman. They went even in that Flash movie. They went all the way back to like Superman back in the 1950s. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I admit I liked that in the
yeah.
Flash movie where they had all the
That's one
different
thing.
Supermen.
but they
Yeah, that's
won't
one thing
run the.
I talk to my daughter because she is a younger generation. And for example, the Superman movie from last year, I told her that's a film for you. My Superman is still Christopher Reeve because I was
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
boy
Christopher
back
yeah.
Reeve.
then.
Yep.
And
So
Yeah.
My Wonder
go ahead.
Woman is still Linda Carter. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
my
Yes, for
my
sure.
su- my Superman was Nicolas Cage,
Oh,
Really?
His
and they
five
put him
But
second
it.
they
cameo.
put they put him
Yeah.
in there. They made him
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Superman.
dear.
Mine was
But
Oh
I
George
my.
like.
Reeves from
Yeah,
TV,
yeah.
and
George
even
Reed was.
a little bit of Kirk Allen as well.
I gotta say, I like the Tom Welling and Henry Cavill.
I
Oh, the
think Henry Cavill is amazing. I agree. Why
Yeah.
isn't he doing it anymore? What
Well,
happened?
He
Cavill
is
is
back.
he's Wolverine. He's Wolverine.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill
I
All
agree. That's
is,
weird.
yeah,
no, it's just a variant. The way I look at it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
from him being Superman, then going to Wolverine variant.
yeah.
Can
But
I? Can,
I've seen where Henry Cavill is donning the Superman costume again, so he is returning as Superman.
Yeah, I thought he was a great Superman. I really did.
Can I give a little very mini lecture here? There was something for a while. The films and TV shows would, when especially with superheroes or whatever, they would get very campy, and it started with the Batman TV show. Now,
Mhm.
Batman was supposed to be campy, it was supposed to be kind of a spoof. I was a little disappointed as a kid. I wanted it to be played straighter. But then from then on, if you look at TV shows like Man from Uncle and a lot of the other TV superheroes and movie superheroes, they would go slapstick. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the Superman George Reeve. It starts out on Krypton, great scenes. As a boy on Earth, fantastic. You get to the Daily Planet, getting a little silly. You get to the villains, and the villains are slapstick, like the villains in the Batman TV show.
Oh, they were
Uh,
hysterical, but I loved them, didn't you?
I hated it. I just couldn't stand it.
You
And
didn't
then
like the Riddler
the
or the
Batman
Joker?
Batman with Jack Nicholson, and I'm Batman. That part's all good, and yet they took the Dark Knight persona, which was great, and then they went to this silly slapstick villains. Villains have got to be. And when Lex Luthor is going to blow up California, he's playing it like a clown, and I didn't feel like there was anything threatening there. So
Yeah.
they finally the person to break that mold was George Lucas with Star Wars, the first Star Wars. It was played for fun, a little comic now and then, but it didn't have these super slapstick elements that hurt so many TV shows and movies for a long period of time. My
Batman, everybody
humble
wanted.
opinion.
Darth Vader was really evil, right?
Yeah, but Batman,
Darth
He's
Vader
everybody,
all
was
for
a
God.
serious.
the 60s Batman, everybody wanted to be on that show. Everybody wanted to be a character.
Right.
And it still has a huge camp following. I think it was great. Did you know Adam West thought that was serious? He was going to play the character straight, and then everybody thought it was absolutely hysterical. So it was a great comic superhero, I thought.
I love the crossover when the Green Hornet and
Yes.
Kano
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Robin. That was great.
The
Yeah.
great scenes where they seem to be climbing up the building and somebody
Yeah.
sticks his head out the window. Everybody from the Green Hornet to I think Jerry Lewis did it one time.
He was
Adam's,
Some
Adam,
heroes.
the Adams family Lurch. He was looking out the window.
Well,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
that all came about because of Rowan and Martin's laughing, the little head
Right.
sticking out, and that was the funniest thing, and that was a big thing in the 60s.
Yeah. For what it was great. But when they carried when the like the Man from Uncle, great spy show, first season, second season gets a little silly, third season, total slapstick, ratings went down. And so that's what I mean. There's certain areas where they shouldn't have played it like that. It worked well for Batman, but it didn't always work for the other
That's why
venues.
Get Smart happened.
See,
Well,
I,
Get
I
he's,
feel
Smart, yeah.
like
Now
I
that was good.
love Get Smart. That was
Yeah.
it
yeah.
was
I
so,
feel like the CWs, the DC shows, the fact that they were like 5 seasons, some of the shows, you became that like Flash being, I think he had like almost 10 seasons.
yeah.
You
That
were
was a
like, this
successful one.
dude is the Flash. And then they announced the movie and it's a different costume, different person. You're like,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
what
I know, I was
about
disappointed.
this Flash? And
yeah. It happened to the Superman from Arrowverse. It was Tyler Hoechlin, and then they announced David Cornswet or for James Gunn movie, and they've canceled the series. The series was doing fine. The ratings are good, but they decided that people were not able to go from Superman to another. They couldn't have both. So let's cancel this and start all new. I
Yeah, but I
think
didn't.
they could
Yeah.
have both. I think they could have Henry Cavill also. Everything together on different chronologies, and who like this go to there, who like that go there. There is space for everybody, but the big corporations want to focus their money just one thing. I think.
They're
Did
not
any,
very good at
And if
predicting
you
things
get
because
upset,
even
just say you damn variants.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, Sue. Go ahead.
I know I'm
and
a
you know what?
thousand years old, but did
It's
you
them
anybody else?
ruining the backstories too. because as you noticed in some movies and TV shows, especially lately, they would only touch on the backstory. Like even with Stargirl, they didn't really touch too much on her training with the boat staff and the staff or whatever. And it's just that it's I get disappointed when they don't go on the backstory enough to get people to understand where it's coming from, especially when you're getting the new generation involved.
Yeah,
You
because you
want
have
them,
to set up the background, the
yeah.
what's behind the hero, right?
Yeah.
Why it's doing that? So,
See,
but sometimes they don't like to tell the origin of Batman every time. So
They want to put
let's
the work in
do.
it, I think.
Yeah.
Did
to
That's where
anybody?
me,
fun
I'm a,
is.
I'm a
yeah.
1,000 years old, but did anybody also watch like the Justice League and things on Saturday
I
mornings?
love the
Oh
Justice
yeah.
League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Herculoids.
super friends.
I watched the
Yeah,
Herculoids. My
I
Herculoids.
love the
mind.
Herculoids. Sure, that was cool. And
It's
now you
fun
got
when they all work together.
it was
Fantastic
just
Four had a
amazing.
cartoon
It
on
sure
Saturday
Thunderdog.
did.
mornings.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
To
I,
me, though, I thought Tom Welling, the reason I say he's one of my favorite Superman is he never donned the costume in the show. And he said he made that a point of he did not want to be another campy outfit wearing superhero, that he did it all without the suit. And I think they were saying like,
It was the proposal, right? It was
yeah,
Smallville. It was not Metropolis, right? So
right.
let's do what we propose to do. I also like the Tom Welling a lot.
I like
I
him.
met him one time when I went to Comic Con. He was a really nice guy and a kind of a farm boy that he is on the show.
what I love now because of AI, you have all these great people with great minds. They create various fictional characters and bring them together. So, like I was watching a movie where a fan based movie where Dracula was fighting Spider Man.
Cool.
So they're crossing over all these different characters, Terminator with Jeeper Creepers, all this stuff. So all your fantasies of going, God, what would it be like if Chucky fought
Annabelle.
Mary Poppins.
Annabelle? Yeah, or Mary Poppins, yeah. And someone out there's actually creating it.
Do you remember Monty Python had a very short, it was called Godzilla versus Bambi?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
It's about 5 seconds, but I can't look at that. I laugh so hard.
Yeah. Well,
Fabio,
they kind of ruined it even with Lex Luthor in the most recent movie. They kind of made him an idiot. He's
yeah.
Oh,
supposed to be
well,
super clever.
I love Godzilla. My roommate has a thing for Godzilla. We've got them everywhere. So
you know,
Fabio, I'm wondering, does some of the shows and the movies not working because, like Spider-Man, everybody knows Mary Jane and Spider-Man, but then they had Gwen Stacy, and then they killed her off in like the worst way
God.
in a movie, and it's like, wait, and so it's like all of a sudden we're like supposed to blindly go, oh, this person's now interested in this person, not who they're supposed to be. And there's no reasoning why. It's just all of a sudden it's, oh, Spider-Man is now with Gwen Stacy. Okay. Do you think that a lot of the fans don't like that they're
Yeah, yeah.
just changing it willy-nilly?
Yeah, what I see is kind of again a generation thing. There is, for example, for Spider-Man, there is the people that like Tobey Maguire from the films from the
The
early
Sony
2000s.
age?
Yeah, the
yeah,
Sony, and there is some people that, for example, my daughter, she's 18. She likes a lot the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but because I taught her that he couldn't go forever. Now we have the new Tom Holland film, So she likes also. I prefer Tobey Maguire because I think it was not my first Spider-Man. My first live action Spider-Man was one from the live action TV series. But I understood that it's not gonna be forever. I prefer Gwen Stacy also. I didn't like in the comics Mary Jane. I don't like the MJ from Tom Holland. I always like Gwen Stacy. I don't know. I don't know. It's the kind of girlfriend I would have. I think Mary Jane is too upper class. I don't know. And when they killed her on the film, similar what they did in comics in the 80s, I think. They did that to make a point that Spider-Man is a hero that suffers. He is like us. He is a normal person. I think it was the point of the story. But
You don't think maybe her agent had a dispute with the management?
I remember that they are the actors, the actress Emma Stone
Yeah.
and the actor was going together. They were a kind of a pair. I don't know if they fought and then decided to kill off the character. Maybe it was something like that. The bad thing that Andrew Garfield had just 2 films, and it would be nice to see if had a Mary Jane for him in the future, but it was cut too early again because of the Sony Marvel deal, right? Because Sony owns Spider-Man, and then Marvel wanted to put Spider-Man on the Marvel movies, so they couldn't. So they decided to chop off the second Spider-Man, and then we didn't have a third film. So it's always a decision of the studio, right?
But
It
well, you know,
is, and I'm
something
curious.
Marvel did that was pure genius was Peter Parker. I mean, I was just a little bit younger than the Peter Parker when I started buying Spider-Man comic books when they first came out. This was a guy in high school that had all kinds of problems,
Yeah.
and you could
Yeah.
relate to that. And that was so innovative with Stan Lee with what he had done with that. And I mean, he's worried about his Aunt May, and he has to save her one time. It just really and besides, of course, you got all the comic book stuff, all these crazy supervillains, Dr. Octopus and the Vulture and so forth. But he's just a kid like you that has he has superpowers, but he's got super problems as well.
Do you remember the cartoon, the television cartoon?
Yeah.
I do.
Spider-Man
Absolutely.
does whatever a spider can. Yep. Love that song.
I love that. I love the
One thing
cartoon.
about Spider-Man recently, I don't know if you guys follow, they had DC and Marvel work together.
Yes.
And they
Yes.
a new crossover between them. It's nice. It's good to see DC and Marvel together. It's good to see Superman and Spider-Man together. Maybe they will do a Batman with
Fabio.
Hulk. I don't know. Yeah.
Fabio, they're talking that there's a possibility off in the future that DC and Marvel will come together in the movies.
I think there
is this rumor now, right? And I think it's a good idea. I don't know if they will be able to put all the executives and the producers to do a good thing. Let's hope. Let's hope.
You know, Fabio, actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put, Superman and Spider-Man together. Those two had a very rough beginning, and their stories. I could see them sitting at some diner comparing notes with each other. How they're, weren't raised with their actual parents or anything like that. And they came to their abilities. And, well, Superman was born with his, but, still. And came with their abilities, but they had to learn the hard way.
Newspaper boys, right? Both are journalists.
Yeah.
So they have a similar profession. Yeah.
But they both had to learn how to handle their abilities. They didn't really have a teacher to sit
Yes,
there
yes.
and give them pointers on what to do. They had to learn everything the hard
And
way.
both were raised by
Yeah.
someone else, not
Yeah.
from their
And
biological
And both took
parents, right?
doors off the handles.
yeah. Hey, when I was a little kid, I had a comic book about this size. It was
I did
huge.
too. I had that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, me too.
Superman versus Spider-Man. And then I had another one,
Yeah,
Superman versus
I have
Muhammad,
a smaller
Muhammad
version of this.
Ali.
I have a smaller version of this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's
That's
the
it.
old
That's it.
one.
I always thought Spider-Man should have a conversation with the Hulk. I mean, because they had very similar things. The Spider-Man got bitten by a spider and changed, and the Hulk, well, David Banner was, with the gamma rays, and it's kind of the same kind of a transition.
In the comic
Yeah,
book world,
in
there's
the
a lot.
new film, they are together. They have the current Mark Ruffalo Hulk with the current Spider-Man, and they talk together about how to control the power. Maybe
That's right.
what you are at saying in this current film that you are in the theaters now. I thought it was too fast in the film. It was the cameo from Hulk was too fast and too quick. We could not have a big conversation, but it was nice to see.
Uh, there's a lot of crossovers in comic books. With DC, Superman has crossed over with He-Man.
Yes.
Yes. And Spider-Man has crossed over with a whole bunch of different people. He's met Frankenstein, all kinds of characters.
I do wonder, Paul, because He-Man is making a resurgence, and so is She-Ra, and Superman's getting redone. Are they gonna make the crossover episode?
How is the He-Man movie doing? I've not seen it.
They said it did terrible.
I figured. I thought it would be.
They
just
said
awful.
it did terrible,
It
but
was too campy. I think, in my opinion, it was too self-aware of the
Almost as
film.
bad as the original and the Flash Gordon movie back in I think it was the 70s or the early 80s.
I like the Flash Gordon movie.
It's just
You
funny.
know, so did I. It actually followed the original serial pretty closely.
With Buster, I
With
saw
Dr. Zarkov and him
Buster-
going off to Mongo to fight the Emperor Ming.
Yeah, what
Interesting
I like
that
was
I love that. I used to watch them in
soundtrack.
black and white. I'm older. I was watching them in black and white with Buster Crab, and I couldn't miss them. I loved them.
Oh, those are great. And what about Commando Cody?
Oh,
with the jetpack that gave birth eventually to the Rocketeer. Oh
Mm.
man, I love Commando
that's
Cody.
right. That's right. Yeah.
He had that chest plate on, up, down, fast, slow, and he was fighting. He even fought Leonard Nimoy in Zombies from the Stratosphere.
Oh,
Leonard
sure.
Nimoy was one of the aliens from, I guess it was Mars.
Hey,
not the head alien, but
in one comic book, Star Trek meets the X-Men.
Yeah.
And then we had Batman meeting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You had Archie meeting Punisher.
Yeah, I love they
Leonard
ruined the
Nimoy-
current turtles. They ruined it.
Years ago, Leonard Nimoy was going to be in a film as Prince Nemor, and that never went through, unfortunately. He said it was too much like Spock because it had the eyebrows like that.
Oh, right.
I want to see more of Agent Shield kind of go with the Justice League. Come on, that would be fun. That'd be.
I almost think it would be.
They get the contracts to do the crossover between Marvel and DC. It would be nice to see Amanda Waller, who is a tough girl in DC, going up against Agent Shield.
But I mean, just working together.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think what would be funny is to watch Marvel versus DC in a crossover movie where you have like Aquaman and the Marvel equivalent, and they're all equal, like going against each other to see who is the dominant force.
Aquaman was always one of my favorites. I thought he was cool. I don't like the new version. I like him the old way. Back when he didn't have long hair and he wasn't, I don't know, he wasn't Jason Momoa.
Blonde hair and
Yeah,
an
well, I don't
orange
see
shirt.
Short
Aquaman
blonde
working
hair and
with
that.
Black
Uh,
Lightning, huh?
And you know, my favorite Aquaman was one where some mad scientist had a gun where he could create aim it at the fish, and they would become fish from the prehistoric fish or future fish. What fish we're going to evolve into. And I thought that was so cool, man.
You guys
Hey,
play
you guys.
role-playing games at all?
Hey, you guys. Oh, Hercules, you're saying something?
Yes, have you guys played role-playing games at all?
I
Yes, what
did when
about
I was a kid.
villains and vigilantes?
Yeah, because in role-playing games, you can create all these what-if situations. You can pit
Right.
Marvel, DC, and independent heroes against each other. You can enter any timeline and have variants. I run role-playing games for kids, or I used to, for many years. And the kids used to bring their favorite heroes or make up their own heroes, and they used to have adventures throughout the solar system and beyond. So,
We we played villains and vigilantes when I was in the Navy,
oh,
and my
awesome,
character was Spring Heel Jack. He was a
awesome.
Oh
mutant
yeah. I like
with
that guy.
telekinetic powers, and it was you're right, Hercules. It was you could create you could actually be in the comic book and battle super villains and
Yes.
have all kinds of intricate plots. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, guys, we're getting close to the hour, so I want to find out what you've been watching, your movies, TV shows, books, comic books, whatever. So I will start with Hercules first. You got any movie suggestions or TV shows you've been watching that you really like, or what?
I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's, and the last few times we went to a movie, I couldn't navigate with the lights that are in the movie and on the floors, so it became very dangerous for me. So we wait now till something comes streaming at home or on DVD or Blu-ray. I'm looking forward to seeing Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to seeing Supergirl. I'm not as bothered by the variants as some people are. And it was interesting what they were trying to do with Supergirl in the Superman movie. So I'll probably enjoy the Supergirl. I know I'll enjoy the Spider-Man. And then looking forward to the movies that are coming out in the year ahead.
And you know something also too, you have the multiverse. So if you go, what's Spider-Man doing that for? Well, it's because he's in an alternate reality. That's
Yeah.
a different Spider-Man. So don't worry about it. So anyway, okay, Michael Waterman.
Okay. Well, I've been watching a lot of old stuff on purpose. I wanted to see, I haven't seen Batman, the old TV show, for years, and I've been finding that on different networks and old Wonder Woman. And, because I wanted to see the difference between what's now and what was then. And I don't know, I think the acting's better now, but I think the costumes were better then. And it was, like you said, it was a little kitsch, a little camp, but I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed watching all the different characters and the different people playing the different parts. And also, it just brought back a lot of positive memories.
That sounds great. Steve Ward, I know you got a lot of old nostalgia stuff.
Well, I started watching again my favorite TV show of all time, The Fugitive, starring David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball, innocent victim of blind justice. Man, I when I was a kid, it was on past my bedtime. So I'd get real quiet, hoping my parents would not realize that it's past time for me to go to bed. And usually I could con them into staying up. So I kind of started with the second season. It ran 4 years. It they did 30 episodes a year, and they were long. They were like almost 50 minutes because they didn't have that many commercials. And man, and just everything about it. David Jansen was phenomenal. Barry Morse as his adversary, trying to capture him. And the music, Peter Rugolo, and they used the CBS library of music to fill in. And then there was the every once in a while I watched the film with Harrison Ford, which I was ready, absolutely ready to just jump on because it's my favorite TV show. But they did an amazing job. The film stands alone if you don't know anything about the TV show. But also, if you watch it and you're a fan, you see all kinds of nods to the original TV show. So I never get tired of watching The Fugitive. And it's one of the first TV shows that it had a continuing premise, but they ended it with a two-part episode, which which held the ratings for like about 13 years as the top-rated show until people wanted to know who shot JR.
You know what I've been looking for is the old series UFO from England, and I've
Oh,
been trying to find. I love that show.
I think it's available. I got a hold of it on a bootleg when it
I wish
wasn't
I could
available.
find
I
it.
found
I
it.
think you might be able to find it though.
Yeah, you can
I
find it.
found it. I found it also. I have a copy of the
I
series.
can probably get it on YouTube somewhere too.
And Steve Ward looks like a guy that probably watches The Prisoner,
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that show.
Secret,
Yeah.
Secret Agent Man, Airwolf.
You
Yeah,
know, another
Night
one with
Rider.
a continuing premise that was kind of obscure. Did you ever see Nowhere Man with
Yes.
Bruce Greenwood? Yeah, it
How
was
Oh
about,
yeah,
and
on
how
the
about
UPN network when it first started. Man, one of the it was actually more paranoid than the X-Files. It was so good
if you
about a
want to
man who had been
thinker?
erased by some shadowy organization.
Does anybody remember, unfortunately, Manimal?
oh yeah, yes.
Remember,
Mission Impossible.
Oh my God,
Mhm.
yeah. I
Yeah.
watched every episode over and over and
Yeah,
over.
that was cool.
And I'm
Okay,
sorry, Tom
Michael
Cruise
Koff.
is absolutely not Peter
Well,
Graves.
before I share mine, Paul, can I ask Fabio a question?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fabio, I'm wondering, I've been watching Super Friends, and there's a lot of episodes with the Wonder Twins. And I'm wondering your opinion. What was the main role, in your opinion, of the Wonder Twins? Because they come off as being so ridiculous, but entertaining.
Yeah, I started watching Super Friends when I was a kid because I'm from the 70s and this series came in the 70s. Here in Brazil, it took a little longer to get here, so I watched in the 80s. Uh, when I was a boy, I kind of liked the Wonder. Well, the here in Brazil they call Super Gêmeos. It's not Wonder Teams, it's Super Twins. So we did a lot of play, uh, transforming. It was nice. When I get older, I found that silly. And what I had I read on the books and about the series how Alex Todd and Hanna Barbera come up with the Wonder Team was they didn't want they wanted somebody to be the kids in the show. They had Robin, but Robin was not enough to have the little girls and the little boys, so they decided to do the Wonder Twins. It was a way to bring more kids to the show, but now I think it's silly. But when I was a boy, it was okay.
Yeah, I agree. And so I've been watching lately is the Super Friends. I've been watching um the Superman movie. I finally watched it because I had mixed feelings about it and was pleasantly surprised by it. I actually liked it. And so when Supergirl comes out, I may watch it and have the same opinion, but and I know this may not agree with a lot of you. I actually liked the new He-Man movie. I thought it did a great job of paying homage to the show without being the campy show. And so I enjoyed that, and it was a different upbringing for him. And so I liked that little twist of him being brought up on Earth instead of always being on the planet. And
I liked it too.
I liked it
yeah,
too. I like He-Man.
I'd like to see a Space Ghost movie. I think that would be cool.
Oh,
but
they were talking about doing Space Ghost
I
movie.
love Space Ghost.
here's one that I liked. Paul, you may know this one. Mighty Mightor.
Oh my
Yes,
God, sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Herculoids, Mighty Minor, Thundar. Yes, I love
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
And what was it? Galdar with the golden lance?
Mm.
Yes, yes, yes. Boy, I love those Herculoids. The animals, they shoot out those little things. Those
Glump
Oh
and
little,
yeah.
Gloop, Glump
yeah,
and Gloop or something.
yeah, 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 yeah.
They're
Oh
all
yeah, yeah.
available on Amazon on print on demand. You can get those all on demand at Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. And also too, I make images, and I've had Herculoids in there meeting all kinds of characters. So, the next one, Sue. So, what have you been watching?
Believe it or not, we've actually been watching the old Batman with Adam West.
Me too.
We are literally into that. I introduced that to my daughter. She's hooked. She is into Spider-Man. She's into Superman and stuff like that. She's definitely into Batman and Robin stuff. She has questioned me why they put the underwear on the outside. So
I've
if you
wondered
got,
that
so
too.
Fabio, if you got a tip on what I'm supposed to say to that,
Do you want the real fact or what I think?
both.
Yeah, okay. The real fact is that the first superhero is Superman, right? Everybody knows that.
Right.
The real fact is that Joe Shuster, the guy who drew Superman
Right.
first, the creator artist of Superman, he was into halterophilism. He was on bodybuilding
Yeah.
in Charles Atlas ads in the comics, and he was twin. He was really meek. He was a geek, and he wanted to be strong. That's why they create Superman. So what he liked in those guys was they always use that strong man custom. The shorts is in the front over their naked body. So what he did was copy a strong man when he did Superman, and then Batman copied Superman, and now all superheroes copy the same outfit, and that's the real reason because why the underwear, why the shorts in the outside.
But
The
you know
fun.
what else? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You know what else inspired him was Doc Savage from the Pulp
Yes,
magazine.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
Doc
yes, for
yeah.
sure.
Savage, he was Clark Savage Jr. He had a
Yes.
fortress of solitude in the Arctic. And of course, he was a strong man. He didn't have superpowers per se, but he was trained from the cradle to be this intelligent Superman. So there was, and even Stan Lee was inspired by the pulps. There was a hero called the Spider. Now he was more
Yes,
of a
yes.
vigilante type thing with the fedora and the mask. And even remember Mysterio, one of his
Oh,
Superman's
sure.
villains.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There was a character in the pulps called the Moon Man, and he wore a globe of Argus
Yes,
glass
yes. I
one
remember
way
that.
with a cloak, and he was kind of a Robin Hood like character. I
Uh,
have a
the,
small pulp collection,
the
and
shadow
Which,
I was
was
gonna
the
bring that up.
inspiration for
yeah,
Yeah.
Batman.
Shadow.
Yeah.
So other
And
than
the
that, I'm
Also,
keeping
too,
up
in the
with.
book,
Oh, I'm sorry.
in the
Oh,
book, Doc Savage and his Apocalypse Life, the authors would meet, and they would have Doc Savage related to the Avenger, related to the Spider, related
that was
to Tarzan.
Paul. That was
Yeah.
Philip Farmer that
Yes.
created that
Yes.
whole the Tarzan, and it was
He
all
made
his
a
own
he
fiction.
made a family tree. Yeah, they
Yes.
were
Yeah,
already
yeah.
doing
All the
costumes.
heroes from
Yeah,
Nero
all the
Wolf,
heroes.
and if yeah, he went crazy, and
Yeah,
it was pretty
oh,
fascinating stuff.
yeah.
yeah.
So I've
Philip
been
Farmer.
actually keeping up with whatever movies are coming up between between the Marvel and DC comic type movies when they have them out. I haven't had a chance to see He-Man and all that yet. I'm still waiting for it because I'm actually deaf and visually impaired, so I can't do movie theaters either. So I have to wait for it to come out.
Well, Sue, it is free on Amazon.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, yeah.
He-Man movie.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch my movies on a tiny phone.
Oh, I was like thinking TV, but
I
okay.
like to watch them on big screen.
I'm
Hey,
waiting
we
for a
got.
new Phantom movie. I thought the
Oh
last
yeah,
one.
yeah. Oh, I love Phantom. Fabio, what have you been watching?
Yeah, I keeping myself up to date going to the theaters. Here in São Paulo is very expensive. I don't know in United States, but here very expensive to go to the theaters. So I try to find a cheaper way to watch because I like I like the big screen. I like the big sound. So I recently, of course, watched the Spider-Man. I watched with my daughter a horror film named Obsession. Very, very dark, very, very
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that.
strong.
And
Yeah,
Fabio, the actress is Indy Navarrete. She played Nikki
yep,
Raymond. She did
yeah,
such a wonderful job. She will become an A-list actress. Curry Barker, he was a YouTuber, and now he's a
yep.
filmmaker because of Obsession. And Michael Johnston, who played the victim, he did a wonderful job too. So Curry Barker is now a horror director, and he's going to be making sequels to Obsession.
Yeah, one nice thing for me that is from the comic side of it. When I saw Indy Navahat, the actress in Obsession, of course I remember she's from the Superman Lois TV series that just was
Yep.
cancelled. She was the daughter of Lana Lang. And now, last Sunday, they announced Indy Navarrete, this actress, this wonderful actress, to be Hulk on the new X-Men franchise that Marvel is producing. So she'll be a big name in the future. And
Oh
so
yeah.
also I just started, as I told you, the new Green Lantern series on HBO Max. And one thing that I kind of doing, like Michael said, I'm going into the Super Friends, but I'm going specifically on the Jack Kirby era with Darkseid and the New Gods on Super Friends, because I want to. I'm writing some article about Jack Kirby in DC, so I'm going into that to watch again. So that's what I'm doing now.
Hey
Very
Fabio,
cool.
we have 5 minutes. Listen, we're the next time we have a Paul's Pop Culture will be September 16th. Will you join us again?
Okay,
Okay.
count me on.
Okay, cool. And with the Obsession, how the guy started from YouTube and became this the filmmaker, it's just like Blair Witch Project. They did it was really nothing, and it became something. So I recently saw a movie called Satan's Slaves, and it was made in Indonesia, and actually it was a very good movie. And I just also too want to mention that there was other superhero movies: Flash Gordon 1936, Zorro 1920, and Captain Marvel 1941.
That was great.
Yes. Superheroes have been with us for a long time. But
Shazam.
God, yeah, Shazam! Thank you, everybody, man. You guys were great. And I guess we have like 3 minutes. Fabio, that is just fantastic. All the stuff that you know about DC and everything else. So
Thank you for the invitation. Sorry about my English. My
no,
native
no, no,
language
Oh
no.
no,
is
That's
your
fine.
English is
Portuguese. So,
perfectly fine.
thank
Perfect.
you a lot.
Absolutely
Yeah.
perfect.
And I've been to Copacabana Beach in Ipanema. The
Come
girl
back
from
again. Come back again.
the girl from Ipanema goes walking. You know that song, yeah.
I
Yes,
do.
for sure.
Yeah. Those those were the days.
Well, we did the
Well,
Ipanema song tonight and the Spider-Man song.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
It's almost
Spider-Man,
musical.
very
Andrew
wide
Cut.
range.
Is
or
he
how about
strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. I won't do anymore.
how about this one? Road Runner. If a coyote catches you,
Me,
Road Runner. If he catches you, you're through. That little road runner runs on the road all day. baby. I used to love the Roadrunner. Well, anyway.
Well, very good. Remember, come to the Mothman Festival, downtown
Yes.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 19th and 20th. And across the river on Sunday, I'm going over to Gallipolis. They're going to show the Mothman Prophecies movie, and I'm going to do a Q&A over there.
Cool.
Fantastic, fantastic. Fabio, how can people contact you?
You can go to my website. It's super-homem. It's HOMAM. That's man in Portuguese.com. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, the same name, or you can Google Fabio Marx and Superman. Probably will come something there. So if anybody wants to learn about Jerry Siegel, Joe Shuster, Jack Kirby, and the earliest days of Superman and early comics, talk to me.
Sounds good. Michael Waterman, how can people contact you?
I'm all over the place. You can get me in almost all of Hercules productions. I am on todayswitch.net, which is Today's Witch magazine. I am on Tim Schwartz's books, like most of you too. The Persistence of Ghosts and also Weird Times. I do a lot of reels on Facebook. You can find me there. You can find me at Setna Kamwaset on TikTok and Phone a Wizard on Facebook because I'm the Wizard of Phone a Wizard, or Pernateru, my temple, on Instagram.
Sounds good. Sue McClure, how can people reach you?
You can reach me on Messenger if you want to make an appointment. That's the faster way to do it. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find.
Michael Koff, how can people reach you?
You can find me on Facebook on my name. You can find me on Hercules Invictus's panels, Paul's All Things Paranormal and Pop Culture podcast. And also a fun fact, DC Comics wasn't DC Comics until 1938. It was originally National Allied Publications in 1935.
Just
So,
like
just a
Marvel
fun
was
fact.
timely. Marvel was timely
Yeah.
comics at one time, yeah. And Archie Comics was Fawcett Comics. Let's see, who am I missing anybody? Oh, Hercules.
Hercules.
How can people reach you?
YouTube under Hercules Invictus, on Facebook under Hercules Invictus, and on Amazon authors and Goodreads authors as Hercules Invictus.
Sounds good. And people can reach me, Paul Dale Roberts, Google or Bing. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Boy, do we
Bye,
love
guys.
comic books.
See a lot of you tomorrow night. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We're going to be having a brand new superhero initiative on the channel sometime in the latter half of this year. Sometime in the next month or so, I'll be announcing all the details, but I'll be leaking them out slowly. And today is the first notice.
Very cool. Looking forward.
Very
Good night,
good.